What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? Kaiuchiya here, coming with some more Pokemon Shield ranked battles, and they are going to be double battles. Now, before we get things started, I wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys real quick about what I am going to be doing as far for this series for the Road to Master Ball tier. Now, the thing is that what I'm going to be doing is actually doing at least maybe two official casual double battles every single time before I actually pump out the video for you guys for today, for each day. So then that way I can be able to go ahead and get loose and kind of think about my plays a little bit with this team, because I did end up going ahead and running into two people from before, and they ended up going ahead and actually quitting and everything because of the fact that they just didn't have the right mons to go ahead and take me out. But that's besides the point. But like I said, I am going to try to go ahead and do at least two casual battles. It might take me a little bit longer, just depending on how fast I can get the actual good matches in, and depending on you know, how much it's going to take for me to basically go ahead and actually get a W. So if you guys want to go ahead and watch this video, feel free. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more, and share this video with your friends so that way they can be notified. And on or share this video with your friend, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they'll be able to go ahead and watch my videos and actually get a kick out of some of the stuff that I'm actually doing. And also turn on the notification bell, because that way you can be notified on when I upload my videos. So let's get in today's video. Alright, guys, we are in today's video, and we are, like I said before, we are going to be doing double battles. And if you guys saw the last video, I did go ahead and talk about my team, and the team is right here, so let's go ahead and let's see if we can go ahead and get some battles going for today. Alright, it didn't take us long to go ahead and find ourselves a trainer, and we're going up against Ben. And right now, it looks like he has a Toxicity, Kingler, Gengar, Charizard, Urshifu, and Togekiss. And the Toxicity is an amped version Toxicity, and I'm not really sure what the Urshifu is. And if I really had to make a guess, I think it might be the Single Strike Urshifu. So I honestly can say that the Charizard is the main threat in this team. But the Togekiss can be something that's really going to be a major threat as well too. But if I really had to go ahead and say, I honestly can say that Venusaur really puts in so much work against this team, and so does Duraludon. But let me go ahead. I'm gonna actually go ahead and kick things off with our Duraludon here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and bring Dragapult as well too, because I think that the Grimmsnarl Duraludon matchup is actually a very good matchup. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to be going up against. But if I really had to make a guess, he might bring Charizard. Okay, so he does do Kingler and Urshifu, so it is actually the Rapid Strike Urshifu. Okay. So if I really had to go ahead and make the major threat of this team, I really have to say that Urshifu is, because of the fact that it can actually go ahead and crit 3 times with its signature move. And with the signature move, it's really annoying as far as I'm concerned. So what we're going to do is actually going to go ahead and go for the Fake Out. And we're going to go ahead and just use Bounce on the Urshifu as well too. Because since the Urshifu is a fighting type, we can go ahead and use Fake Out. and then we can go for the bounce and spring up into the air, just in case if the Kingler is going to go ahead and go after the Gyarados. So he does go for the Rock Slide, and both of our Mons actually avoid the attack. So it turns out that the Kingler is more of a physical attacker in this situation, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Reflect and actually go ahead and save our Gyarados from actually taking huge amounts of damage here. And our bounce connects into the Urshifu, and that does tremendous damage against the Urshifu. The Kingler goes for the Rock Slide, and he actually connects it this time, but since our Reflect is up, it doesn't do that much damage. And like I said, he's going to go for his signature move, which is Surging Strike, which actually crits 3 times. And that is just ridiculous, man. So the Urshifu is actually pretty far down in it's pretty far down. So what I'm gonna do is actually I'm just gonna go ahead and go for the Waterfall, because it should do enough damage to go ahead and actually take out the Urshifu here. And once the Urshifu is down, we actually get our Moxie boost for the Gyarados. And that does take down the Urshifu, so that does enough damage, which is good. So the Moxie boost comes off, and I'm pretty sure the Kingler's gonna go for... He's gonna go for Metal Claw this time. Ooh. Okay, so the Grimmsnarl is still living. So I think it would be the best scenario for me to go ahead and actually switch out my Grimmsnarl, because I can still use Grimmsnarl for later. And it actually is a best decision to actually go ahead and switch out the Grimmsnarl, because that way I can actually go ahead and bring in my Duraludon here. And let's see, we can go for a Waterfall here. And since the Grimmsnarl is going to be switched out, we can go ahead and bring in our Duraludon, and our Duraludon is a nice and shiny Duraludon, which I am very proud of. And it does a lot of damage. And here comes the Draining Kiss. And it's a good thing that we did switch, because if we didn't, then we would have lost our Grimmsnarl there. So here comes the Rock Slide again. And it doesn't do that much damage to our Duraludon, because our Duraludon is actually resistant to Rock-type moves, which is actually a very good thing. So what we're going to do is actually going to go into the I would say we're gonna go ahead and go for the Max Darkness into the Kingler slot, and we're gonna go ahead and just hit another Waterfall on the Togekiss, because I did a lot of damage due to the Moxie Boost ability. So since our since our Duraludon is actually gonna go ahead and Gigantamax here, we can go for the Max Darkness and actually deplete the Togekiss's special defense just by a little, by negative stage 1. So our Waterfall connects first, and that does take out the Togekiss. So our Gyarados is actually sitting at stage 2 with the Moxie Boost, which is excellent right now. And our Duraludon is going to go ahead and go for the Max Darkness and probably one-shot the Kingler. Oh my god! That one-shotted the Kingler! That is so ridiculous! Okay, so the last Mon is not going to be able to take out my 4 Pokemon. Oh my goodness. That is so ridiculous. So here comes Gengar. And Gengar is going to basically get bopped by... well, if the Gengar doesn't get hit by the Earthquake, if it does have Levitate, it's going to get hit by the Max Darkness. So the thing is that what I really like is to actually put up my Reflect, so then that way the Earthquake doesn't do that much damage to my Duraludon. Okay, so he's actually going to go ahead and Gigantamax or either Dynamax the Gengar here. So he's actually going to Gigantamax the Gengar. Okay. But that's fine by me. That is totally fine by me. So that means that I'm pretty sure that this Gengar's got Curse Body. So he goes for G-Max Terror into the Gyarados. And a Gyarados is just going to eat that. Gyarados eats it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to go ahead and run away anyways. Because you're going to get one-shotted by my Gengar. And even if you were to actually miss the attack, even if my Gyarados was going to miss the attack, I can actually still go ahead and rely on my Duraludon's Max Darkness to go ahead and take out the the Gengar, because it was gonna get hit by either one super effective move or even both if it was actually gonna go ahead and live that attack. That is insane. Alright guys, looks like we found ourselves a trainer, and the trainer's name is Weasley. So he's got himself a oriented psychic type team. So he's got Hatterene, Slowbro, Indeedee, Alakazam, Gallade, and Gardevoir. So I honestly can say that Dragapult puts in a lot of work here. But the one thing is that our Grimmsnarl might have a little bit of trouble. So if I end up going ahead and bringing in, let's see. So I honestly can say that Grimmsnarl is going to be the first mon, Dragapult's going to be second, Gyarados is definitely going to be third to go ahead and be like a support for our Duraludon here. So we locked in our team, he's locked in his team, and let's go ahead and see what two mons he brought out first. If I really had to make a guess on the two mons that he actually brought out, I would probably go ahead and more likely say he brought out Hatterene and Indeedee. If I really had to make a guess, because I see that a lot with like... So he actually brings out Alakazam and Indeedee. Okay, so I honestly think that the Indeedee is actually going to go for the Follow Me here. But what I'm going to do... Okay, so the Psychic Surge is up, and priority moves for like Fake Out is not going to work on Indeedee. So what I'm going to do is actually set up for the Light Screen, and I'm going to go for the Phantom Force onto the Alakazam. Because since Indeedee is actually a normal Psychic type, oh, he's going to go for the Helping Hand. Ooh. But I'm going to go for the Light Screen here, because that way I can actually go ahead and make sure that my... yeah, so he's going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. And since my Dragapult has Curse Body, it has been disabled, and you're not going to be able to go ahead and use that anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring out my Duraludon and switch out my Grimmsnarl, because my Grimmsnarl has done its part, and if I really need my Grimmsnarl for later, I can go ahead and use that. Especially if once the psychic terrain is actually over and done with. Because since Alakazam doesn't have its Dazzling Gleam anymore, since my Dragapult went ahead and disabled it, which was actually a very good thing, since I needed that to happen. So since Grimmsnarl is going to get switched out, we're going to go into our Duraludon. And our Duraludon is basically going to go ahead and take hits for Grimmsnarl. So we're going to go... oh, shoot. He went for the Follow Me. And Alakazam goes for Shadow Ball. Okay, so that was a good play on my opponent's side. So I'm going to... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for the Dark Pulse onto the Alakazam because of the Stalwart ability, and I'm going to go in for the Dragon Darts on the Indeedee because I know for a fact... Okay, so it's going to go for another Helping Hand. Expanded Force. Oh, man, that's not good. So my opponent is actually doing pretty good. So I'm going to go into my Gyarados at this point. Because I think what I'm going to do is actually Dynamax. And I'm going to go for the Max Darkness into the Indeedee here. And I'm going to go for the Earthquake. Because since Earthquake doesn't have a set target, it will go ahead and it'll act like a spread move. And I can get some Dynamax health back for my Duraludon here. And I think my Duraludon should be able to live an Earthquake from this range. So it's going to go for another Helping Hand. And he goes for the Expanded Force again. Oh my god. It does so much damage. And my Duraludon fainted. He messed up my play. Ah, my god, I can't believe he messed up my play like that. Here comes the Gardevoir. And I'm going to bring out my Grimmsnarl once again. And I think, oh, okay. So, since my Gyarados actually went ahead and knocked out my Duraludon too, it got a boost in, I got a stage 2 boost. Okay, so that's actually pretty good. I'm going to go for the Waterfall into the Indeedee here, because the Indeedee is really, really starting to be a threat because of the Helping Hand and Follow Me. So the Gardevoir goes for the Moonblast into the Grimmsnarl. The Grimmsnarl does go down. That's unfortunate, but the Indeedee is basically going to just sit there as of this point, and it's going to go ahead and get bopped by a Waterfall, which is at a stage 2. Now it's at a stage 3. So my Gyarados is at a stage 3 now, and the Psychic Surge has disappeared, and I'm pretty sure so he's got a Gallade. But since my Gyarados has the Assault Vest, and it is at, and it has the Reflect Up as well too, and with the Moxie Boost plus 3, I should be able to live this Moonblast. Yeah. Here comes the Psycho Cut. Should I live it? No! He got a crit! No! Oh, man. If my Gyarados would have lived, I would have been able to actually win. Oh, my goodness. But GG's to my opponent. I can't be mad at that. Alright, looks like we found ourselves another match, and this is probably going to be the last match of the day. And it looks like this team is going to consist of Rhyperior, Inteleon, Porygon Z, Talonflame, Rillaboom, and Cinderace. Now, this team is actually very diverse in somewhat of a case, but I do see a big weakness in Water-type moves for this team. So Gyarados definitely puts in the work right here. So what I'm gonna do is actually going to bring out my Grimmsnarl and my Gyarados as the first two mons, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually I think what I'll do is actually bring in my my Venusaur and my Salazzle, because he's also got a big weakness to poison type moves as well too, and grass type moves. So my Duraludon and my Dragapult are gonna have to sit out on this one. Ear Clam is what his name is. I think that's how you say it, but I could be butchering the crap out of his name. So he's gonna go with Porygon Z and Talonflame. Okay. He's got his shinies out, and I got my shinies out. So I'm gonna go for the fake out into the Talonflame, because I know for a fact that the Talonflame is going to be like the fastest on his side of the team, I believe. So I'm gonna go for the fake out, and then I'm gonna go for the waterfall into the Talonflame. So if I had to make a guess, he's probably gonna go ahead and Dynamax the Porygon Z here. Yeah, so he does Dynamax the Porygon Z. So I'm gonna go for the fake out, hit the Talonflame, and he's gonna go for the Max Lightning. Oh, come on, Gyarados. Come on, no! Ah! God, why? He fainted. That is something that I did not need. Okay, so it looks like I'm just gonna have to go into my Venusaur at this point, into the match, and I'm gonna have to go for the Reflect here, and I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed on the Porygon Z. Here comes Dual Wing Bait. Okay. Here comes the Max Strike to actually lower my speed. Ah, man. His team is well diverse. I'm gonna have to go ahead and run. Props to him, because I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else left for him. I should have went after the Porygon Z. I should have went after the Porygon Z there. It actually brought my Duraludon. But like I said, props to him. He actually went ahead and won. But, you know, I can't be mad. It's just something that I'm just going to have to look into, so then that way I can be able to go ahead and know for future reference later on in these videos. But like I said, I hope you guys, well, either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.